Well guys, I'm happy to announce that the first new film that I've seen in 2021 is a good one. Let's take a look. Hey everybody, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic, and on this channel it's my job to point you in the direction of movies worth checking out. So if that interests you, make sure you hit like and subscribe. It's the best way to show your support for the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. And while you're at it, go check out my movie partners at Movie Scene Canada. They've got a ton of contests on there, and who knows, maybe you could be the next lucky winner. But today I'm here to tell you whether or not Pieces of a Woman is worth a watch today. So we got Vanessa Kirby, Shia LaBeouf, and Ellen Burstyn all in this new Netflix movie, Pieces of a Woman. Now, it's a really well-made movie, and I did enjoy watching it, but not because it's the most fun movie to watch in the world. Just letting you guys know that this movie deals with a dark, depressing subject matter. So know that going in, but right away the one thing I noticed was the cinematography and the tone and the feel of the movie. It felt very uncinematic. Now that doesn't mean it looks bad. Quite the opposite. This movie looks very good. What I mean was, there wasn't a ton of CGI, obviously the subject matter doesn't call for it, but there isn't a ton of crazy lighting setups with a bunch of different camera angles. It feels very minimal. It had very minimal lighting. It didn't have all these crazy camera angles, and it honestly felt like, for most of the movie, like you were watching one of those old 1990s home videos. Remember like those old VHS cameras? Because there's a lot of long takes in this movie, and it's just a bunch of people talking, and the acting is just so natural. I mean, Vanessa Kirby and Shia LaBeouf give two of their best performances ever. I mean, I think Vanessa Kirby will get some Oscar nomination or some kind of recognition in some shape or form. I don't actually know what's going on in the Oscars this year. I haven't really read anything about it, but she was fantastic. Easily the best performance I've ever seen her in. And same with Shia LaBeouf. You know, he's great too. But they're so natural on screen. Everyone is so natural on screen. And because of the cinematography, this really does feel like a documentary of just these two people's lives going through a pretty traumatic experience, and seeing that on screen, oh my god, they shot it perfectly. What an intense way to hook your audience into the movie. And while the film doesn't really necessarily get up to those same heights, it does kind of linger throughout the movie with this underlying tension that is shown just very subtly. And that's the second thing I want to talk about, is just the subtle visuals of the movie. The way that they're able to portray this family's life after a moment like that is brilliant. They're not told to us, they're shown. You see people in the office kind of giving them weird looks. You see kind of the relationship start to fall apart. Like there's one scene with an exercise ball that starts to hiss, and you're like, of course, that's an allegory for the relationship, you know, just kind of deflating. It's very visual, it's very subtle. It's not like, I'm angry at you, and I'm angry at you. This relationship is going to have some problems. It's not like hitting us over the head. It's just very subtly done. And it also has a really great message about whether or not you are running your own life or other people are running your life with their own wants and needs. I think we all have a family member that does that sometimes, that they just have this certain life path for us, but it's not what we want. And then we do things against our will. This film tackles that subject matter for sure. So with a really naturalistic feel, look, and especially acting style to the movie, and while not the most uplifting subject matter in the world, it is very intriguing, and it is able to just suck you in. It has this really dark ability to just suck you into a world with such trauma and hurt and despair in it. So while it's not a very good recommendable movie, because I don't want people to live through this kind of experience, but for what I got and how it was made, it's a very well-made movie. I'm gonna give Pieces of a Woman a 4 out of 5. I'm not gonna rewatch this movie again anytime soon because I don't want to relive that experience, but from a filmmaking standpoint and just how invested I was in the story, 2 thumbs up, guys. And Vanessa Kirby, man, she better get some kind of nomination because she was absolutely fantastic. Shia LaBeouf was great too. The whole cast was amazing, but Vanessa Kirby, she's the star. But what about you guys? Have you guys seen Pieces of a Woman? I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And what is a movie that is just so well made, but it's hard to watch? We all have that movie. Let me know yours down in the comment section down below. And if you're new here and you want to see more videos just like this one, then definitely hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.